Okay, so I've had some questions about my molds. So I'm going to show you just how I did my fuse mold real quick. I think it came out pretty good. Now remember, this is my first time doing this, so I'm learning as I go. But this is basically what I did to get this fuselage to the point of where it's at. So I took my fuselage, opened it up, just have a solid body right now of the fuselage to make the mold, to make the shape of it. So I start a sketch here on the right plane, and then I just kind of center everything. And what I'm going to do now is draw a line around the fuselage. Now, you don't want to get too close, especially on the sides, because you won't have enough room. So keep that in mind. You got it when you extrude, and you'll see that in the next step. So basically, we just draw this line. Now we've got a closed surface. Now we'll finish the sketch, and we'll extrude this shape. Hit E for extrude on the keyboard, and then I'm gonna go to symmetric so that it pulls out on both sides at the same time. And then here you'll see as I drag out, it's going to default to cut, and there's also a little bit of fuse left, so you can pull that out a little bit more. And remember, this is where you have to leave yourself enough because you have to go out. So I'm going to go out to 120. And now you've got it. Now you're going to want to go to new body for your mold because it defaults to cut. So you don't want to cut this. You want to make a new body. And there you go. Now you've got your mold, and what you can do is center it, and then you can go up to the component tree and reduce the opacity control. Then you can see the fuse on the inside, so you'll know that your mold worked because you can see the outline of the mold and you can see the fuse. And that's basically it. Now what you're going to want to do is put your construction planes in so that you can slice this thing up however you want it to do. I did a left and right side. You don't have to do it that way. And it came out pretty good. I mean, my 3D prints look good so far. I'll be hopefully laying up the left side of the fuselage in the next couple days as I'm printing. And they're 40-hour prints. And then one more step, you can use the combine tool to cut out the inside of the fuselage. So you'll use that combine tool, and it allows you to remove the fuselage and cut it from the mold. You also want to check keep tools as you do this. After you select get the operation to cut, you want to keep that fuse. So there, now it's done. Now you can do a section analysis on your front plane. And from back, we'll spin this around here. And then you'll see. So there's you can tell your section analysis will show that your mold cut out. It's exactly how you want it. And now, the only thing left to do is, again, put your construction planes in. That's what I used. And then slice up your fuselage into into however big your 3D printer molds are. I mean, the 3D printer specs are. So that's how I did that mold, and I'm going to do that pretty much for everything that I'm going to be doing 3D printed molds for. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, throw them down in the box, and I'll answer them as fast as I can.